So parental worries in the age of social media, a very hot topic. I grew up in India, and during my childhood, television was the only source of entertainment. That was the only screen we were exposed to, and the content shown on the tiny screen was pretty limited. It's fascinating to look back and remember how subtle gestures and symbols were employed to depict things like romance, such as two flowers gently touching each other. That's all we used to get. Violent scenes were often edited from our movies before being aired on television. It was very different era, I'll say, characterized by a more restrained approach to content presentation compared to the wide range of options and very explicit material which is available for today. I certainly want to address this concern that has been keeping many parents awake at night, the impact of social media on their children's lives. This is a powerful tool that can be used for both good and bad. And as the CEO of a kids education company, we have a responsibility to provide some of these data-driven insight on this topic. Let's begin with some of the positive aspects. Social media can certainly help kids stay connected with friends, family. It can facilitate learning, I think very, very powerful, and provide a platform for self-expression, something we all need. However, we cannot ignore the potential risk and negative consequences associated with its use. Such studies are there by many institutes. The Pew Research Center, the staggering 95% of teens are using social media in the United States. And then the average teen spends approximately 9 hours a day engaged in social media activities. I mean, we are talking 8 to 9 hours of uses. This number certainly should catch our attention. The excessive use has been linked to anxiety and depression among teenagers, even for adults. So some study found that teens who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media are more likely to experience the mental health issues and so on. Cyberbullying is certainly another prevalent concern. The University of Pittsburgh conducted a study revealing that teenagers who use social media for more than 2 hours a day are at either higher risk of being bullied and bullying others. Often this happens simultaneously. These statistics points a clear picture. Parents need to set limits and be actively involved in their children's social media usage. So how parents can effectively manage their kids' social media engagement? First and foremost, open communication is the key. Talk to your children about the risk associated with social media, including addictive behaviors, cyberbullying, and exposure to inappropriate content. Give them some of these stats. By fostering an environment of trust and understanding, you can encourage them to share their experiences and concern, and I'm sure most of the kids has experienced some of this. Once you make them comfortable, they will start opening up. Setting limits on social media use is certainly crucial. Establish clear guidelines on the amount of time your child is allowed to spend on social media and ensure these limits are adhered to. By doing so, you help create a healthy balance between online and offline activities. Monitoring your child's social media activity is another essential step. Keep an eye on what platform they are using and what content they are consuming. This doesn't mean that invading their privacy. In fact, set these guidelines from their very early childhood, so such concern do not arise, and make sure you continue to tell them this is the right thing to do and this is for betterment of their well-being. So it's not really invading the privacy, but rather staying informed and having open discussions about any concern that arise. Engage in conversation with your child about their social media experiences. Ask them about the friends they make online, the content that come across, and how they feel about their interactions. This will not only help you gain insight into their digital world, but also enable you to identify and address any potential issues. Equipping your children with critical thinking skill is certainly paramount. Teach them how to evaluate the information they encounter online. Spot fake news. My 11-year-old child comes often seeing this news and says, this happened, that happened, and I continue to guide him how to spot fake news and identify misinformation. This will empower them to make informed decisions and navigate the digital landscape more safely. Finally, it's crucial to be supportive. If your child is facing challenges or struggles with social media, provide a listening ear and offer guidance. Trust, far more kids are facing this than we might thought. Help them develop coping mechanism to handle cyberbullying or other online difficulties. Remember, your support can make all the difference in their digital well-being. So now let's talk about the tools available to assist parents in monitoring their children's social media usage. Parental control apps that have gained certainly popularity as they offer features like social media monitoring, time limits, and content filtering. A few well-regarded options are Bark, that parental control app monitors social media, text messages, and email for signs of cyberbullying, inappropriate content, and other potential problems. There is a Custodio, pretty famous one. That's also, I'll say, it provides a range of features including social media monitoring, various time limits, website blocking, and so on. There is a Guardian, there is a Norton Family, there is a FamiSafe, there are many more. So when selecting a parental control app, consider factors such as your child's age, the feature that you require, and your budget. It's certainly crucial to read reviews, compare features, and choose an app that aligns with your specific needs. Keep this in mind. It's important to note that parental control apps are not going to be your perfect solution. They can assist in monitoring your child's social media usage. They should not replace an open communication and trust with your own child. Engage in conversations with your child about the risk of social media. Set clear expectations and work together to ensure their online safety. In conclusion, the impact of social media on our children's life cannot be overlooked. Certainly, thanks a lot for your attention, and let us continue our mission to empower children in this digital age.